Might as well do a quick test here. All right, Elizabeth's here in the heezy, taking it easy. Might as well do a quick test here. All right, Elizabeth's here in the heezy, taking it easy. Let's do it. Might as well do a quick test here. All right, Elizabeth's here in the heezy, taking it easy. Let's do it. Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to Hollywood Toys, the only place where you can live the movies. I am your host, Magic Mike, and welcome to my channel, where I do travel and entertainment vlogs, covering theme parks, comic and horror cons, movies, celebrities, action figures, video games, and so much more. And I also have some pretty cool action figure and movie merch as well. Yeah. So be sure to subscribe to the channel as well as hit that notification bell so that you won't miss out on any future videos or any future lives or any future product releases. You know what I'm saying? And now, it's magic time. So everybody, welcome to the live and welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining me in this wonderful, lovely, glorious day. I wanted to do a quick live so I could give a huge thank you to everybody here today, and especially for last night. Last night was super epic. Thanks for showing me a good time, you know what I mean? So hello to my friends Elizabeth and Four. We got Mama Bear and the Heezy. Oh yeah, and Mr. D-Man and Pixel Protocol. We're gonna do this. And D-Man, all right, let's see. What do we got? Hey, Mike. Hey, Elizabeth. All right. N4 says, thanks for letting me know about this Mike stream, Liz. Thank you, Liz, for helping a brother out. You know what I mean? Test. N4 said, Mike's kind of low, I think. Is it now? I was just seeing if my mic was even on before I came on. You know, still experimenting, testing, all this good stuff. N4 says, whoa. Pixel says, boy, howdy. All right. We're going to get some anime merch stuff going. Well, not really, although you could buy any of my backdrops if you have any anime figures to display in front of. And Tina says, hi, everyone. All right. N4 says, damn, what an intro. Oh yeah, and there'll be a lot more coming. I appreciate it. I'm all about the intros. That's you know really gets me going. So I'm glad it might get you going too. And Anfor says, "We living the movies, people." That's right, y'all. Oh yeah. Um, and D-Man says that intro is pretty cool. Yep, I appreciate it. There's going to be more to come. I'm obsessing over the intros. That's what I've been working on nonstop. N4 says, Mike is on point today. Lighting, great. Oh, thank you. Hey, Tokes, let the epic times roll. Heck yeah. And Elizabeth says, I do what I can, y'all. Much love. And Mama Bear says, hi, Kyoto. Hi, Tina. So we got a quick pack and ship stream for today. We got 2 items. So we have a backdrop going to Hammond's Tea, 27-inch by 13-inch G1 backdrop, and an ET replica passport card. Those cards that you get at Universal Studios when boarding ET the ride. D-Man says, put a link to your store in the chat so people who pop in can see it. Good idea. We just got to switch over to real quick. I want to memorize my passwords. Dang it. It didn't used to do that before. I deleted cache and cookies recently, and now it's being a pain. But oh well, we'll deal with it. We'll make it work. Yep, there it is. I'll get that, and we're in. Go to the profile, and there it is. The official Hollywood Toys Facebook page where you can find all of my and purchase all of my items. Elizabeth says, do you know how to pin a link in chat, Mike? Oh, duh. Yeah, click on the thing, pin message. Message pinned. Okay, there we go. Thanks for the suggestion, Elizabeth. All right. So this is going to be just a super short stream. Once I print and label these 2 items, I'm going to head to the post office. And I was planning on doing the paper roll stream because I got my paper rolls in, but Yakov and Lantern are going to be doing lives later today, so I will hold off on that till tomorrow. But not. I'm going to start on the paper rolls because that's because I order 10 of these rolls and it's like a 2-day process anyways. So if we can do a live tomorrow, we'll do the second half of phase 2 of me preparing my sheets of paper, so no big deal there. And so thank you all last night for such a great night. Hopefully there'll be many more like that still to come. The only thing that has me scratching my head is we were up to like 92 likes, but now the live is down to 55 likes. Because I know if you like a video, if you click like again, you'll take that like back. So I don't know if there was any new people or people that don't know how it works that maybe were thinking they could give a video more than 1 like and accidentally taking away a like. I don't know. But 92 dropped down to 55 likes on that video, but it's still a good amount of likes either way. And then I was up to 243 subscribers. Now I'm down to 221 subscribers. So who knows if maybe some people subscribed, then went to check out my videos and channel, and then thought maybe, not for me, and then they unsubscribed, which is fine. So just a weird how YouTube works and all that. Not to mention being able to see the real-time numbers, and I'm always one behind watching it and looking at it on my end. So there you go. 7 hours we went. Woo! And I was sitting in this chair the whole time, so my back was killing me afterwards. So that was interesting. Elizabeth said, last night was amazing, and there'll be many more nights like that still to come. And the other positive thing is, because we were going on for so long, I didn't have time to think about if I had any cravings or wanted to have a snack, so I didn't. So the one meal that I had, my salad and chicken, was the only thing I ate yesterday. So 2 days in a row with one meal a day. Um, Today I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm now determined and motivated by you guys even more to stay on track with my weight loss. So even though, and of course, we went late, so I woke up late, like 12 something. And even though I still had stuff to do and catch up on, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go get in another walk in, because I'm determined for Saturday's weigh-in day that we're gonna be under 135, because that's the last recorded weight from last Saturday, because I weigh myself every Saturday in the morning. So there's that. So did feel a little kind of, not when I first woke up, but getting into it, and then kind of got a little bit hungry. So one favorite snack of mine is just some good old butter. Nice and high in fat and satisfying, and it doesn't stimulate insulin. So just another weight loss hack, health tip that I have been using, forever. So it's like you could almost fast and still have butter, and as long as you're trying to control the insulin, have at it on, the butter that's high in fat, and protein, and no carbs and no sugar or anything like that. There's that, and then there's the 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which also has many health benefits as well as, whatever. So, so I'm going to try fasting, but only drinking the olive oil, because again, that also doesn't stimulate insulin. So there's that. So, yeah, straight butter, beast mode. Oh yeah. Um, so I had something important that I had to talk about to you all about. So that important thing is, I love all you guys. Thank you so much, for joining me and being a part of my life, and rolling with me and chilling with me. It's going to be great. I wanted to go live earlier, but I saw Zach went live, and I forgot that he told me yesterday that he was going to be going live today. So if I ever accidentally go live when someone else is going live that I forgot about, I apologize in advance. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. So there's that. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to have some time to do some more epic live streams. But either way, yeah, I'm just busy one way or another, whether I'm going live, not going live, doing a bunch of stuff. And so for anybody that orders from me, even though I have 2-day shipping, N4 says, "We love you, Mike." Thank you. I love you too, man. My throat's starting to get a little dry. So I have 2-day shipping. So I have 2 days to ship, which really has helped me a lot of times where I got so busy that I wasn't able to ship the same day because I had so many orders and I had other things going on. But normally, what I say is, for anybody that orders anything from me, usually if you order by 3, I'll ship the item out that day, because right at 3 is when I'm printing labels and I go to the post office. So if you ordered after 3, then you won't get your package until the next day. So I try to wait until 3 before I start printing labels, make sure there's no other extra last minute orders that come in. But usually I could tell, like, when it gets to close to 3 o'clock, more than likely I'm not going to get any last minute orders in by then. And now I got a message on here. Okay. Juan says, "Hello, my friend. Upon checking the tracking, it shows that it was delivered, but it's not here at my house. Did the item come in a box? Because nothing showed up, and it's not in my mailbox either." Oh, maybe because the shipping tube was too big? No, it came in a 15-inch long and 2-inch wide cardboard tube. Cardboard tube. Okay, that would be this. Okay, but other than that, still no more orders, so time to print some labels. Oh no. Oh, okay. And another message from Ken Man. Were you able to get this shipped out yet? Oh, maybe I forgot to. Ugh. You know what? I'll just print the labels and then open up that message and get that taken care of. Oh yeah. Okie dokie, time to print. Get shipping label. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, oh, oh. Mm. Another instance of someone ordering two of the backdrop, and again, I didn't see that, and I just printed and packed one. So we have just one to ship. But you know what? Sometimes though, if I only have like just one or two items, and because I have 2 day shipping, sometimes I'll be like, and maybe it won't be worth to go all the way to the post office just to drop off one or two packages. So you know what? I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm just like that rarely happens, and then like 2 or 3 times within the same week, even. Oh my lordy! Oh man. And four, streamers should do their own lives and not worry about overlapping. We hate being forced to watch one person when we'd rather watch another. Don't worry about the overlap. I know. I'm just trying to. I wanna. I wanna. I'm a people pleaser. I like to please everybody. Um. Yeah. So. Well. I guess this has become an accidental longer stream than I thought. Cause you know what? Yeah. Well, but it's Thursday, so tomorrow's still Friday. And I, now at this point, I would only be going to the post office just to drop off one item now. So yeah, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow since I still have to print another whatever. So I guess this has turned into the paper roll stream after all. Shall we? Got the paper rolls today, so just gonna open up the box and start going to town on these paper rolls. All unscripted and all never know what's gonna happen. Oh yeah. And then make sure y'all subscribe to Yakov and tune into his live stream later at 5, and then Lantern after him, y'all. It's gonna be a party. Friday post office run, which will be a Friday afternoon pack and ship edition, where I will be going to the post office tomorrow. And that's the other thing. It almost always seems like, too, like I might get 1 or 2 orders on most days, but then on either Monday or Friday, right before the weekend, is when those extra orders pile in. So I won't be surprised by this time tomorrow I'll have another 3 or 4 or 5 items that I like to get out, so that way the packages don't build up too much over the weekend buildup of not being able to ship because of the post office being closed and what have you. So yeah. Okay. So not only does this come with paper rolls, but of course I also recycle the boxes that I of the items that I order. So I just right off the bat cut off all the flaps to make it easier to break down this box later when I'm done unpacking all of the stuffs. Elizabeth says that will be fun. Who knows? Hopefully no more frustration. Okay, then that one. Oh boy. And here they are, the paper rolls, and I order them in stacks of 10. So there's 10 of these that we get to unpack and unroll and cut into the different sizes that I need. So I first unbox all of them and take each of the rolls out of the plastic whatever, then put them back in the boxes, then put them behind me, then once again pick them back up, take out the rolls, and extend my table out to 2 tables so I can roll it out. And I start with the hardest size first, which is I cut the 36 inch long pieces, and I do about 2 rolls each. 2 rolls, I'll cut one size, then the next 2, the next size down, and then the next 2 roll, the next, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. So it also comes with these plastic pieces on the end, so we would take those off and take it out of the plastic. And these are 13 inches long by about 32 feet wide. And doing this times 10 rolls. And then some of these bags, it's so weird. Some of these bags have ends. Some of them don't have ends, so it's open on both sides. So we can't use or recycle that to put trash in. So for now we could put this back in the box. It's ready to now just to pick up and start unrolling. Put them over here. So, impromptu paper roll unpacking and cutting stream, y'alls. So I wasn't prepared for this at all. Like, I thought I'd be all ready to go to the post office. But not now. Not now. And then cut down all of these things. Here's that. Number 2. Here we go. Oh, Lord. Hopefully this bag will have an end to it. We shall see. Who knows? How's everybody doing today? I hope y'all are doing as wonderful as I am. Y'all always make my day so much better. Like, why didn't I think of doing this sooner? But better late than never is what I always say at the same time. And this one also 2 open ends. Come on now. Make up y'all's minds. All right. Put it back for now. Okay. So what shall we talk about today on this unplanned, altered, unforeseen stream that I thought I was going to be doing later? And any stream is an Ask Me Anything stream, just in case you weren't informed. Because, as I said, like, my plan was, I thought I was going to do maybe a normal 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hour at most stream last night. But y'all kept me going. Y'all kept me on. and I was gonna, get off so I can go finish working on my live stream notes. But of course, I couldn't get to that thanks to you guys, which is awesome. So I got to finish my topics list. So once again, I apologize for any dead air or not knowing what to talk about. I'm working on that. That problem will be solved if I could ever find the time. But tonight I should have plenty of time. I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be working on my ideas list while chilling, watching some Yagoff and Mr. Lantern and all that good stuff. So good to have YouTubers supporting other YouTubers, supporting each other, encouraging each other. And it's so weird. Some of these come with a white wrap around it. Some come with the brown. I don't know. And this is photo luster paper, by the way, from free plug for B&H photo companies. Oh yeah. Do I have any favorite childhood birthday memories? It's funny. It's funny, and it's always fascinating to me, like things that we do remember versus what we don't remember. And this is, thanks for bringing that up, because this is almost its own kind of topic that I think a lot about. Like, what is it that makes our brain record memories and not others? I have pictures of birthdays and even audio recordings of me as a kid, because, again, growing up poor, never had a camcorder, which is a shame. I'd love to have video of my favorite memories. Hey, Tina, I've not been to bed at all today. Oh, my goodness. If I go to sleep now, I'll not be able to cook now. Well, you could at least take a little nap. 15 minutes to an hour and be good. I hope you get some rest. So, that's why I keep a journal now, because, like, just to answer the question, like, people always ask, if you could have one superpower, or if you could have this, or if you had one wish, what could you have? Most people would say wealth, or wish they could fly, or invisibility, or something crazy. But my wish would be, like I said, I wish I can go back in time, or at the very least, have some kind of documented form of what I have done for every day of my life since at least the age of 5. And in extreme detail. Like, what time did I wake up? What did I have for breakfast that day? What TV show did I watch? What did I learn in school that day? What did I do after I came from school? What was I most excited for that week? All of my New York City memories and all that stuff. But yeah, it's really interesting what we can or can't remember. And I can remember almost as far back as almost about 3 or 4. So I do remember a lot, but I wish I remembered more. So for birthdays, I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember, like, specifically, like, any gifts that I gotten. I only remember one Christmas. Again, back in the 80s, around 7 or 8 years old. And it's like, why is it I remember this one thing so vividly, but not the other stuff? And by the way, we did finally come across one with an N, so now we could start taking this crap and putting it in there. So I remember one of the gifts I got at Christmas was Ultra Magnus from Transformers, and I remember opening it and seeing the box and being excited for getting this cool, huge Transformer, which I have a piece of now. I need to get the complete set. So that's kind of what I remember between Christmas and or birthday. And I remember, of course, other toys that I've had, like Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, a lot of the He-Man, Soundwave, Transformers, the metal Voltron set, and all that stuff. But what I like about recording memories now, of course, I do it in the computer and type in what I do throughout the day. So I kind of look at the computer almost being like my second brain. Like my human brain, or our human brains, the memories fading over time. They get a bit blurry, but the computer doesn't forget. So it's almost like a backup brain where anytime I forgot something, the computer didn't forget. I could go back in my diary. I can go back through my photos, videos, and then there it is. It doesn't get blurry or hazy over time. So in a way, we've become cyborgs as the computer has, in a sense, become my second brain. My brain for storing all my memories to make sure that they don't, get hazy over time. I can't take a nap right now. Dave will be home soon, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure you will be able to once he gets home, and I hope you do. Like another example is, when 9/11 happened, a lot of people, I'm sure, remember where they were and what they were doing when that all happened, right? Like myself. But the funny thing is, that's the only thing I remember that day is waking up, or having whoever I was living with at the time wake me up around 9, saying, "Hey, Mike, a plane hit one of the Twin Towers. It's on the news." And then waking up and watching the news and watching that all unfold, right? But beyond that, I don't remember what I had for breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't remember remotely what I did for the rest of the day after that news broadcast. You know what I mean? It's just so interesting how our brain picks and chooses only pieces of a day here and there that we remember. So a lot of the time when people say, "Oh, I remember that day," it's like, not really. It's like, you might remember a piece of that day, but do you really remember it to where you could say everything that you did, when you woke up, what you had to eat, where you went, what errands you ran, all the irrelevant stuff, the boring stuff that our brain just automatically deletes, you know what I mean? So we have another bag. Yay! Hey, D-Man, not even a small nap, Tina? But boy, the good thing about doing all this stuff is not only getting caught up on, store supplies and shipping supplies uh and things like that, is again that'll give me back time that I could dedicate back to going back to finishing up, catching up on uh editing some videos that I'm working on my ideas, and then talking with you guys. So once again, drop those. This is almost like a 3-step process. Going through all this for all 10 of these rolls, then going back and unrolling and cutting. And then even after cutting, because they're so rolled up, and then they automatically roll back up. So then I got to put them in a corner after I'm done cutting them. And then the next step is taking 3 or 4 at a time and flattening out said sheets. So you may or may not actually see that. Who knows? And then, aside from eating the salads and chicken, I always try to strive towards whatever I eat to try to eat at least one vegetable with every meal whenever I can. So I like canned spinach with some butter and Parmesan cheese, and I also like cut green beans with butter and garlic and Parmesan cheese, or the salad. But the salads are my favorite because they're most fulfilling. Like, I get full on just the big bowl of salad that I make. But every once in a while, even during the week, but also kind of depending on time. Like, if I'm really running behind on time and I don't think I have enough time to actually make a proper dinner, like after going to the post office, and then I'm really, 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 really hungry, I'll stop at Wendy's and get myself a Dave single with their large fries. Man, I could eat that every day. But I know fast food is not good, especially French fries is one of the worst things you could eat. So I try to, you know, do that sparingly and only in case of a emergency, as in, I don't think I have time to make something at home or whatever. Or I like a good old McDonald's McDouble with the large fries. But again, obviously, the one of the worst things you could eat, I know, is French fries in particular, or any fried food. Yeah. But I do like, and it's convenient. It's on the way home and it's quick and don't have to think about it. And those Wendy's burgers are just so good, though. So I also want to, I mean, if I can, rather than get the fries, maybe get, and this is just a tip for all of you out there, is just get two burgers and eat two burgers instead of a burger and a French fry. Still not healthy, but way better than anything you could substitute fries for. But again, it's like sometimes when you're so hungry, you're not even thinking about that, and it's a once in a great while kind of a thing, anyways. But the most important thing is at least it's nothing with sugar, because like I said, that I am like committed to not eating anything high in sugar until I get to my goal weight. Then I want those chocolate donuts. You know what I'm saying? Tina, you know how Dave is. When dinner is not done, he gets mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm sure y'all can work that out. You know what I mean? And another cheat food I like is those public subs. But again, high in carbs with that bread, but it's so good. Nice roast beef sandwich, mayo, lettuce, tomato, yellow American cheese. That's my jam. But those gosh darn carbs. So what do we got? So thank you for the 7 of you out there watching. We can get at least 3 likes for the day. I think that's about normal for an early mid-afternoon stream when most people are probably working or going to work or coming home from work or running errands, things like that. Oh, Tina's cooking pizza tonight. Oh, nice. I'm thinking about how I'm going to need to move the camera and set everything up because I'm going to need this table that this laptop is on to unroll all the rolls and start cutting away. D-Man says, sounds yummy. Oh, for show. Okay, 3 more rolls left. And more of that. Our recycled trash bag is getting quite full. That can go back in that drawer over there. Oh, another. Oh no, that's an extra. Okay, right. Okay, that's why I didn't do it. Right. So it's frustrating that I didn't realize it was 2 backdrops, but it's great because that means, more money. So it's a good thing. So I'm certainly not frustrated over that. So that's always a good thing. More money than I thought I was making on that order with 2 instead of 1. I need to be more careful and like really look and it, yeah. And another endless bag. And even after scrunching it up, there's still air that gets built up in there, so we like to get rid of it like that. All right. Goes in there. But at some point, I am going to have to cut this as it's getting close to dinner. And again, all I had was some butter, so I'm definitely going to be ready to eat today. Another snack I like is cashews. Only 9 grams of carbs, so it still has some carbs, but at least it's not potato chips or anything like that. And for my Sunday, on Sundays, I do a cheat meal of a cheeseburger with the Ruffles potato chips with dip. So I pretty much try to only keep that limited to Sundays for my Sunday dinner. When I had 2 cups of coffee last night, that was keeping me up. Oh, I'm sorry for keeping you up, Tina. You don't have to stay up with me. If you're tired and need to go to bed, then go to bed. So whenever you can show up, that's fine by me, even just to stop in and say hello. I love you for it. Thank you. So, hi, Tina. Thanks for watching. Um, so yeah, for the type of nuts and peanuts, I figured I would look at all the other nuts that I like to see if I could find anything that has that's lower in carbs. Um, so I tried cocktail peanuts, which had like 4 grams of carbs, but I didn't like them. It almost tasted too much like peanut butter, and I'm trying to avoid peanut butter. But but I don't know, like, because I guess it's been years since I've had like regular cocktail peanuts, and I just, I don't know, it didn't do it for me. So at least I tried. Then I figured, let's try the dry roasted peanuts, which also only had 4 carbs or whatever. It was super low compared to the cashews. And they're okay. It's like I like them, but I don't. But it's one step better. At least it's better than the cocktail peanuts. So I ate the whole, like the cocktail peanuts. I couldn't even finish. I just had to throw those away. But then the dry roasted peanuts, I was like, okay, I could finish these, but I don't know if I can make this a regular snack. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I don't think the cashews are all that bad, especially after cutting the sugar. And if I'm able to eat those and still continue to lose weight, then I guess I'm not going to worry about it as much. Just like I decided to not worry about if I want to have a late night snack, I'll still have it. But as long as it is not anything with sugar, so no more peanut butter, granola bars, milk, or M&Ms. And it's so funny that since I stopped eating those things, that I've been getting back on track and going back down. Liz is showing 10 likes now? Get out of here. Wow. Thank you for the likes, y'all. This is awesome. Uh-huh. And Liz says, yeah, cocktail peanuts are weird. Yeah, but at least I gave it a shot. And I don't like any, I'm very picky. I only, basically, I guess I just, at least now I know. Pretty much cashews is the only type of nut I like. I don't like anything else like almonds or pecans or all those other weird nuts and whatever. I thought that Dave let me use the car this morning. Oh. So yeah, pretty much all of my food, all of my snacks are all as carb and sugar free as possibly can be. So I like cheddar sticks, the sharp cheddar sticks that you get pre-wrapped from Walmart. Um, I like pepperoni, but that's, I know, a heavily processed food that is not good for your health. But for now, at the very least, at least it doesn't have any sugar or carbs. Just, protein. That's all I'm eating. Protein, protein, protein. I like the canned tuna with some mayonnaise, just eaten like that, or of course on toast for a nice tuna sandwich. Liz says, I love pecans. More for me. You dang right. You can have them all. Oh, yeah. And I think the other missing piece of the formula was this. Um, if I woke up in the morning and I was hungry and this was going to decide on having a breakfast, I would have some cheddar sticks and some pepperoni and sometimes maybe some cashews. But sometimes you get tired of the same thing all the time, over and over again. And this is back before I finished the last of the peanut butter and granola bars. So sometimes for breakfast, I would have the peanut butter and the granola bars. So I'm like, I got to figure out another alternative. It's all about switching or swapping, something out for another. So that's when I was like, you know what? Let me start trying those frozen sausage links. And, and off we are to the races. So a lot of times if I am hungry and decide I want to have breakfast or have an early afternoon meal, it will be some of those sausage links and maybe some boiled eggs every once in a while. And or cheddar sticks, or sometimes just sausage links. Like, it'll depend. Like, if I'm going to have another food with it, I'll have 4 sausage links and some cheddar or some cashews, whatever it is. Or sometimes I'll have just 6 links and that's all I have. And way more satisfying than the just pepperoni slices and cheddar. So another secret to, and again, it's not the healthiest in the world, of course. It's a processed food, I know. But the key theme here is no sugar, no carbs, but high in protein. And that's the key to eat as much protein, because the more you eat high protein, low sugar, and low carb, again, you're going to be able to go much longer in between meals, only, and you'll become fat adapted, as I have, and be able to easily get away with eating 1, maybe 2 times a day at the most. If I'm really burning a lot of calories and running all over the place, maybe 2 full meals, and then later a light snack. So at most 3 meals a day for me. And on days like today where I'm not going to be really going anywhere, but I am going to be expelling some energy working on these paper rolls. And I did have some butter, so that's technically meal number 1. And then when I eat later, that'll be meal number 2 with maybe a snack later. It depends on how I feel. So again, thanks for the live stream last night. I didn't have time to think about, do I want a snack or not? So yeah, sodium will get you with pepperonis if you go too wild, but okay in moderation. Thanks for pointing that out. So I'm glad I discovered the sausages, because ever since then, now I very rarely have the pepperoni. Now it's every once in a while, whereas before the sausages, I would eat the pepperoni almost every day, if not the high sugar, carb, peanut butter, milk, and granola bars. All right, folks, down to the last roll. Oh, yeah. And I know, gotta watch out for that sodium. Because another food I like, which I know is bad, Campbell's, any kind of canned soup is not good. Because I love their cream of chicken soup. So I will have that once in a while, even though it's high in sodium. But again, I don't have it every single day. But it's a lot better than fast food, or cake or donuts or pizza or whatever, So I think in today's day and age, it's like dang near impossible to eat perfectly clean with nothing that has any kind of chemical in it or some kind of sugar or some kind of, awful ingredients. So it's just a matter of choosing the lesser of all the evils as much as you can. But I've come a long way before I became health conscious when I was up into the 160s and was just like, I've had enough with this gut. Obviously I was not eating good. 6 times a day, nothing but cereal, cornflakes, which is the worst thing that you could eat, any kind of box cereal. I ate nothing but pastas, frozen fettuccine alfredos, and macaroni and cheese, and that was like my daily eat every day kind of a meal. High carb, nothing high in, or almost never, almost anything high in protein. More fast food than often than not. Pepsis all day long, high in sugar and calories. Like I probably eat less in calories now and just throughout the day, and just had more in calories in just Pepsi alone, I'm sure, and the high sugar and the high caffeine and all that stuff. And so we have finished with the rolls, and now I cut down this box so I could recycle that cardboard for my shipping cardboard. And our recycled trash bag has become full. So now I can use one of the other bags to back up all of the other bags. The endless bags. So good thing I saved that box because we also have a couple more of these as well. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today on this planned yet unplanned live that kind of took a different direction that I didn't foresee coming. So, yeah. Right. And of course, another thing that's not good, that doesn't work in your favor, is eating late at night, even a late night snack. But I'm working on cutting that out. But I was still kind of amazed that even with, even though it wasn't sugar, but I made a decision that, okay, we're going to focus on getting rid of sugar and not worry so much about the carbs. We'll do one step at a time. That even with eating a late night snack here and there, even, a snack like toast with butter on it that also has carbs, but I'm still losing weight. So, so that's a good thing. But eventually I'd like to phase that out, as well. What was I going to say? Hey, got the King Cobra? A little bit of crispy pork belly next to the bed is my go-to. Oh yeah, for sure. Sugar is the devil. Yep, loaded in all my faves. I'd like to cut sodas, but I haven't made the leap. I hear you, but yeah, when it comes to that, since I quit soda, I haven't gone back. But it wasn't a overnight. I quit and whatever. It was for me. It was just a matter of like, cause I used to drink a lot of Pepsi, and when I started becoming, health conscious and I wanted to start losing the weight, I knew it was all about, not all of it, but trying to cut back on the calories. And of course, a lot of the calories that, are in the sugary drinks is a big, huge part of it. So I first started looking at, okay, what other sweet drink can I still have that I enjoy just as much, but isn't as high in calories as the soda? So I like sweet tea. So, and that's the other thing, like, it was kind of frustrating in a way. I remember when I first started making the decision and I started counting calories, going to the aisles in the store of the drink aisle and looking at all the sweet drinks. Like, yeah, I like that. And then 200 calories. Oh, that one must 300 calories, and just everything between Gatorades and lemonades and strawberry drinks and all that stuff. So, but another thing I like is sweet tea. So the only thing I could find that was at least significantly less in calories and sugar was the brisk iced teas that come in a can, the brisk lemon. So it was like 180 calories, let's say a can, I remember in Pepsi, but the brisk teas were only 70 calories. Oh, that was you, Tina? Oh. Tina just sent me a friend request on Facebook. All right. Thank you so much. Nice. So yeah, I started with, so yeah, from 180, however much it was per can in a Pepsi, down to like 70 calories in the brisk. So at least, that was one step for me towards getting away from the soda. So, shop around, look around in the store, online for, make a list of all the things that you might enjoy, even if a little bit less, at least, something sweet, and just go by calories. So I did that. I started doing that, and that, of course, started helping me go down in weight. And then over time, I'm like, let's see how far I could push it. Let's see if I could find a 0-calorie drink, but is also sweet, that I will still enjoy. So I discovered the Arizona sweet tea 0-calorie tea, which is pretty awesome. And then once I started drinking that and getting used to that, now that's pretty much one of my primary drinks. Now 0 calories. Now that's one less equation we could take out of, okay, losing weight. That's one less calorie or food or drink I have to keep track of with calories. Now it's on autopilot. Even though the artificial sweeteners in those drinks aren't the healthiest, but I can only imagine that, but in comparison, it's way better than the high and super high sugar and caffeine in the sodas and the super high, drinks. So, especially anything with sucrose in it. So yeah. And then I later discovered Propel electrolyte drink. They have different flavors: grape, strawberry, lemon, lime, and all that stuff. Again, 0 calorie. I was like, this is too good to be true, because I remember trying the grape for the first time, and I'm like, this is really 0 calorie, and it tastes like grape Kool-Aid. They're so refreshing and so good. So I would definitely look into looking at those types of drinks. 0 calorie, and it's got electrolytes in it. And over time, so don't look at it as I'm just giving up something or I'm just giving up soda. No, look at it as what else can I have that I can enjoy just as much to replace. So it's not, so don't ever look at it in terms of deprivation or sacrificing. Oh, I don't focus on the negative aspect of I have to give that up. Look at it as what can I replace it with that I'm going to like, that's going to taste just as good and be healthier. Then maybe that'll help speed up the process of figuring out how you too can, get rid of the soda. I eat a lot of cabbage sauteed with butter and onions. Oh yeah, I love me some cabbage. And Tina says, you are welcome, Mike. Thank you, Tina. Hey, Dave Strongbear. Tina didn't get in the car when I left for the school at 7:40. Okay. All right, so next, we're going to cut down this box. But at the same time, who knows? I'd like to get it to where I don't even won't really have a desire for any sweet drink. Like, I want to get to a point, I'd love to be able to drink just water. So also what I've been doing is, even though there's 0 calorie drinks that I drink, that shouldn't stimulate insulin, but there's also some science to suggest that anything sweet tasting, even if it doesn't have calories, might stimulate insulin. So what I've been trying to do is only drink the sweet drinks when I'm eating something, but still drink water in between meals whenever I can, to help reduce the chance that I could still essentially be stimulating insulin even with the 0-calorie sweet drinks. Pixel says, love cabbage, but the smell makes me gag like a fresh streetwalker, still having their gag reflex. I don't think it smells, but I understand what you're saying. Hey, Jen! Thanks for stopping by. We need to make a date for our wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? Porn does that to me too, for some reason, to a lesser degree. Corn does what to you? This, you don't like the smell? And I love corn, but again, it's got sugar in it. But again, like that'll be the other thing. Once I get to my goal weight, then I could be a little bit more open to having more foods here and there that might have a little sugar and carbs and not have to worry about it. So, and then I love mashed potatoes, but again, super high in carbs. Yet it's a vegetable, and all vegetables are supposed to be good to you, but yet, eh. Oh, the other thing I love is broccoli, one of the healthiest foods you can eat. Again, with some butter garlic, some Parmesan cheese. Yeah. Jen says, can we do tag team and Cozy be my champion for this fight? Okay. All right, down to this, and then we undetach the box. Pixel, I told him I could destroy him yesterday. I was just kidding because boy bones are stronger. I need to be destroyed. Sometimes it's good for the soul. Destroy me? Please? Cozy all oiled up. Jen says, I'm in. Oh, yeah. Okay. And we cut these in pieces. So yeah, try to cut off eating as early as you can. They say, try not to eat anything past 7. So that's, and I've lots of days that I've done that, but then the late night craving. So sometimes I give into it, sometimes I don't, or sometimes just to propel with the electrolytes is enough to satisfy me and cure the craving sometimes too. And then here's another hunger hack that I use too, to also help go longer between meals, or if I feel like I might be hungry but not sure, is for those of you that know how to swallow air to make yourself burp, do that. Swallow that air and fill up your stomach with air, and that will trigger your brain to think you just put something in your stomach, which you have, and it will stop releasing the ghrelin hormone that causes hunger, and you'll be amazed at how that will subside hunger. And I use that a lot, and it really does work. Plus, I thought since I cut up all the last of the cardboard that I had, that I'd be getting more cardboard when I thought I'd be going to the post office today, and then cutting down cardboard, which is a whole other process. Imagine doing that with like 20, 30 huge boxes. Pixel, Cozy used to make me go to WWE stuff. Haha, go into it with the Diva Cena drama, but it got old fast. Who is this Cozy person? All right, so that is done. Um, and again, it's getting closer to 5, so make sure you tune in to Yagoff's live later at 5. Be there. I will. Cena didn't like his girls to cook or use the kitchen. Very strange yet strong man. Cozy animates Monk Block and married me. Oh, is your husband? All right. Cozy Fanny Tootie. Cozy Fanny Tootie. Didn't want water on the floor. Nope, that's not good. Um, okie dokie. Put that over there. Trying to think how I can, if I can, set this up. Maybe. If I could use my other table. Lots of fold up tables around here. Oh boy. We need a real community leader like Goodwood here. Thank you, sir. I just want to be the leader of positivity and kindness and understanding. His laundry situation is good, though. Would love a man that knows to keep sweaty stuff off my clothes. Oh, yeah. So, shall I keep going with the cutting stream, or y'all need to get ready for work? It's 3:48 now, so got a little bit of time before 5. Make my dinner. Um, I'm low on salad, so probably gonna have some canned spinach along with either chicken or maybe a tuna sandwich, maybe some cashews, something like that. I don't know, but it'll be something tasty. I'm gonna see if this will work. Okay, I don't think that's too bad. And then I have another table that I also use and extend out. Nothing but tables around here, folks. One of these bad boys. Get that set up. And then we have this big, bad, heavy behemoth right here that we use to cut our paper. Put on the end over here, and we're good to go. And since I'm getting up and getting down, up and down, up and down to help prevent back strain, now watch me not be able to find it. Of course. Why would it be here right when I need it? This is nuts. forgetting I had an extra roll of paper rolls, and I was running low on one of the 36, on the set of 36 pieces. This is garbage! Another unknown fact about me, to save money whenever I go to Publix, I wear cargo pants and I go into the Publix bathroom and just steal a bunch of paper towels, fold them up and put them in my pocket, and then unfold and fold them back at home. So you want to save the money on your paper towels, that's one way to do it. And of course, I can't find my back brace that I normally wear when doing this. Um, Having gotten to see cutting, we're about to start. You ready? We are here for whatever you want to do. Thanks, Pixel. D-Man says kindness and understanding. Very nice perspective on things. I like that. I appreciate that. Jen says, I can't eat salads a lot because they make me feel fat and take forever to digest. How would a salad make anybody feel fat? The least fattening thing you could eat. It's vegetables. It's whatever. It's good for you. You shouldn't let that make you feel fat. Heck no. Eat away those salads. Those salads are helping me not be fat. Do I add bacon grease to your greens? No. That doesn't sound very appetizing at all. The only thing I want bacon grease on is bacon. Jen says that's smart AF. N4 asks Dave if he cooks. Okay. So, like I said, I start by cutting my 36-inch pieces first. And I used to unroll them and mark them where I want, not mark them, roll them out and use tape measure to measure out how I want to cut it. But dumbass me, realized, oh, I can just measure my table and mark down where I want to cut it on my table just to make things easier and faster. I'm from the South, so I was raised on bacon grease. Oh, okay, in my greens. All right, so now we get to take that off. More garbage for the plastic bag. And then usually sometimes on like the first like section of it, there might be a dent or there might be like a scratch or scratches. So I gotta cut off like the first end of it. You just find where it stops. So, okay, looks like they'll be cutting it off, which is unfortunate because it adds up to lots and lots of paper that I can't use, but it is what it is. I mean, I use all three. Okay, yes. So, and then I'll take the garbage pieces and just put them back in the boxes along with other trash. And these I don't recycle, I throw these away. So now I'll take a pen and then measure it from one end of the table to the other. Mark it off where I want to cut it on the end because I have the measurements on the table. And that's that. And then we cut away. And then I'm left with this. So I'll put these in the floor and put all the pieces that I cut all nestled inside here. And then those stack up on my floor once I go through everything. And then step 3 is going back after I'm done cutting and reflattening the sheets. So that's that. Pretty boring stuff. N4 asks, what's happening Saturday morning, Tina? Good question. Jen says, chicken stock goes good in risotto. It is what it is, YouTube. Jen knows how to cook, I can tell. Too many carbs with risotto. I've never even heard of that. Jen says, D-Man Cozy only lets me make breakfast and banana pudding. He's the chef, hee hee. He can cook then, LOL. And then I do have my 36-inch long backdrops that I keep under my bed because they're so large. So after all this is done, I'll show you some of my pre-printed huge 36-inch backdrops. Jen cooks crack though, and it's good. Oh yeah. Bacon is a food staple. I could eat bacon every day. Again, no carbs, no sugar, protein, with some runny boiled eggs or fried eggs or even scrambled eggs. Perfect combo. Risotto is an Italian creamy rice dish. Oh. And again, how yummy is lasagna and pasta? Just high in those carbs. And spaghetti. Spaghetti! And pizza and all that good garbage. I used to buy the Chef Boyardee little cans of spaghetti, load it up and put tons of Parmesan cheese on it and go to town, but not anymore. When, Tina? Go with you where? I suffer from erectile dysfunction. Have you ever had to deal with these problems before, Mike? No. But I heard Viagra works well. Ugh. Saturday, Mike. Tina said you're going. To where? I never said I was going anywhere on Saturday. Oh, crap. Ah, this is an old table, and this heavy metallic cutter is super heavy, so sometimes it'll make the table go down a little bit. Meet up with random? I don't know what that is. Oh. So I have to constantly readjust this stupid table. Right. Oh. Might as well put that in there for now, so it's out of the way. Oh. And the great thing about this cutter is you could run your hand along it and you won't cut yourself, but it has just the perfect straight edge, so a great safety feature. And yet cuts through these thick papers like butter. And now I accidentally bent a corner, so I got to cut a little section off. N4 says, I think it's good if Mike stays independent and keeps on growing and only does scheduled collabs on his time as he wishes. Can't let dead weight hold him back. Jen says, Publix paper towel refill day. Oh, yeah. But I don't know, let's get this, people. Live the movies, even though we're not talking about movies today. But we do have 10 people watching and 10 likes. Thank you all very much. Well, we're making stuff related to the movies by making action figure backdrop paper for your action figures based on your favorite movies, such as Avengers and Justice League, Superman, Transformers, Back to the Future, and more. Oh, yeah. That's a good point, N4. Right. Dang it. Lowered again. See, I like to do the hardest, more pain in the butt stuff first with the larger paper, so I don't have to then use that extra table, or it doesn't matter if it goes up or down. But at this point, I think I'm just going to leave it alone. It's getting closer to dinner time, folks, too. I'm just so glad you guys are so easily entertained and can put up with this boring, long, drawn out process that I go through. But again, with the sales that, have been going more up than down lately, especially after adding a bunch of new backdrops to the store, um, what started out was something that I might have to do once every couple months of going through all this. It takes a day or so. And then, once every month and a half, then once a month, then once every few weeks. And it's just getting to that, tighter and tighter and tighter, but which is good. Live the business logistics. Oh, yeah. Um, but I gotta say, it definitely makes it more tolerable and more entertaining for me, knowing that I have people out there watching that don't mind this kind of stuff. And I wish you all the best. I wish everyone success. And that is another video topic that I'm going to do a live on. Talking about trolls and haters. And how not to be a hater. Oh. You know what? My hands are feeling a bit sticky, plus I need to put this butter away. So if you wouldn't mind excusing me for just a second so I can use the bathroom and put this butter away, and then we'll be right back right after these messages. Gotta have that butter. Oh, yeah. Welcome that down to 3 viewers now. Hey, folks, welcome back and welcome to Hollywood Toys, the only place where you can live the movies and watch how I live the movies and watch how I help other people live the movies with all my cool movie merch items such as posters, prop replicas, as well as action figure dioramas so that you too at home can live for your family and friends, live your best life, and live the movies. Yeah. So, time to... Yep, all done, Jen. Yeah, too many people trying to grab on to Mike's fame while he's hot. You gotta be selective with these collabs and just move forward and up. Who's trying to grab Mike's fame? Not that there's any fame to grab yet. We're only at 221 subscribers, folks, so I have a long way to go before I could consider being remotely famous. To me, famous is at least 10,000 subscribers or more. But that's just me. So I would be honored to collab with anybody else who's more successful than I am. I sometimes think of these streamers are trolls, so maybe expand the topic to talk about streamers respecting the fans as well. Oh, that's what my troll and hater stream is going to be all about. But not just on YouTube, but in general life. Talking about haters, people that hate on other people's success in any facet, not just online. So it's going to be a more expanded, generalized talk. Movie living is fun. Oh, yeah. And Dave says he's back. As in you or me. Or how about both of us? And for says, we love you, Mike. Shouts from the back. Oh, thank you back there. But, we didn't sell out tonight. So there's plenty more rows up front that you can come up and occupy. All right. Okay. Nice clean hands. All now germ-free. Dave, you gonna stream while you were out Saturday? Yes, please stream for me. Oh, yeah. So the main message, the main troll slash hater message is just basically, I'm going to talk about the basic concept of hating versus loving and how hating gets you nowhere, whereas, loving is going to get you further. So just a quick example is, instead of hating on whoever it is that has money and success, has the nice car, or even has the car that's your dream car, and has the nice house, but you're jealous, you have jealousy towards that person, so to make yourself feel better, not you guys, but I'm using this as an example. Let's say a hater that will hate on the person and downplay their success to make themselves feel better and lift themselves up, Oh, he must have stole it. Oh, he must have did this, and making excuses for why that person is successful. Oh, he must have rich parents, or whatever it is, right? So what I say is, my attitude is, why get jealous over somebody who worked hard for their success and did things that obviously I didn't do to attain the same level of success? I can't get mad at that. It's not like that person knew who I was, whoever is being bothered, and is like, you know what? I'm going to piss that one person off by going through years of trial and error to become successful just so that one day that hater would be like, I don't know about that guy. So basically my thing is, don't hate them, join them. I'm of the attitude of like, wow, that's great that he was able to amass that success. I want to become his friend and find out if I'm lucky enough for him to give me some tidbits of information on, I want to know how he attained that success and hopefully get some advice and be mentored on how can I get to that level? How did you get that car? How are you generating wealth? That's what I say. Hating and being jealous on someone is not going to make your life any better. Think about it like that. And think about it like this. I guarantee you there's no self-made millionaire out there that made their millions just by hating on other people that don't have what they think they deserve, they should have. So think about it like that. Think positive. And anyone that's self-made got to where they are through positive mindset, not, if they focused on what couldn't be done and all the negatives, they wouldn't amass the wealth or success that they have. So, yeah, but I'll do a whole topic on that. Probably excited. Do you think you should treat your enemies with kindness and not hate? It just adds more hate in the world. I feel. Of course, That's what I'm saying. Um, any hater is not worth you giving hate back. It's not going to solve anything. It's not going to make anything better. The best you could do is ignore a hater or a troll, right? And another sheet down. Just the same, like, I'd rather people like you want me to succeed and be happy for any successes that I have, not hate on it or like try to downplay it or go on and on about why you think I don't deserve whatever. And I watch a lot of Dave Ramsey, so I like to go by his saying of, I'm doing better than I deserve, and I really always believe that. Yo, Queers Man 26 up. Jen says that's a good outlook. Elizabeth says also never get jealous of people who steal their success either. Hollow riches. Yeah, exactly. All you could do is focus on you, and it's like, instead of hating on it, instead use it as a motivator for how you can become successful. And it's just better karma to wish other people success because that's going to come back at you and you're going to gain success. If you hate on someone and are so jealous and so hateful, guess what? You're going to get back what you put out and you're going to get nothing but negative vibes, feelings from what you want to do from other people. So I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. You are what you become. And whatever you focus on will become a reality. So if all you do is hate and have nothing but hate and jealousy, you're just going to keep getting in. That's not a good place to be. Now we're getting down to our last. Okay, we're going to make this a. When we get down to the last of the roll, sometimes there's creases at the very end. So we will. That doesn't help either. Okay, so not there. Okay, I think we can make this a 25-inch piece. Reap what you sow. That's right. It's start with one person making the change. And also want to push out Bad Bunny's message of love is more powerful than hate. I don't think anybody could argue that. So let's all start adapting that and keeping that in the back of our minds when dealing with any challenges or frustrations in life, or any hateful person or misguided person. Rest of that is garbage. Thanks, BPM, sending positive vibes to Magic Mike. And in turn, I send you many more positive vibes back. Yeah, there it is. Amen, Liz. A bad tree cannot grow good fruit. That's right. We got to let love rule, y'all. Choosing to be happy is all we got to do. And my goal with that stream and other future videos, out of 10 or 20 or 100, however many that are watching, if I can convince or convert at least one troll or one hater to think differently, I will consider that a success, and I will be truly happy if I can, change the mindset of at least one out of 20 trolls to make them think, yeah, what good does trolling and hating do for me? It hasn't produced any good results. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me successful. It doesn't put more money in my bank account. So, that'll be the goal. Hi, BPM. How are you doing today? Okay, we'll toss that over there. There we go. And that's just one roll down, and we still have 9 rolls left. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 2.5 day process. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do another live stream tomorrow while doing the rest of these and, finishing this set of rolls off. Magic Mike, Lantern, and Yakov are the top streamers in the community now. Hey, let's not forget Zach and Dave, and hopefully in the future, Tina. Okay. Oh. I try to make sure there's no dust particles or things that might get on the paper as I unroll it, because I unroll it print side down. Thank you, everyone out there. Thanks for the 11 watchers. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. And with 11 likes, y'all are beautiful, I tell you. And I hope to be just as entertaining as I am inspirational and put some good back out into the world to make up for all the good that I have received that maybe at times I didn't deserve, because I'm not perfect. I have my moments. I have my, whatever. Nobody's perfect. We all have our quirks, our flaws, and that's just part of being human. And I gotta admit, another motive is a selfish reason. I want to be liked. I want to be liked by everybody, and I want to make that as easy as I possibly can, and by being as nice as I can. Not that I'm acting. This is how I am, but I want to make sure I stay that course. And plus, I think it also comes from running the business and always having a customer service oriented brain. That even if they're wrong, I still, I'm not going to fight with somebody and be like, you're so wrong for it, whatever. No, I like to keep it nice, courteous, professional, and always assuming that I'm in the wrong, even though I know in my heart I'm not, still keeping it positive. You know what I'm saying? Dave has got to fix it to help me to set up. I know. Well, let's get on that, Dave. Come on now. We're dying for that Tina content. Elizabeth says, everybody likes Mike. Thank you very much. I'm working on it. But I know if I'm lucky enough to get more successful, you can't please everybody. I know I'm going to have people that I'm just not their cup of tea, or, they just don't like me or don't like certain things about me. And that's just going to be part of life. And, I'm not going to waste any emotion on trying to convince someone that doesn't like me. I'd rather focus all of my positive energy to everyone out there that I don't have to twist an arm and a leg to convince to come join the party. Tina, what would you cook for us if you had it set up? M4 says, we love Mike. It's so nice to have a great, genuine streamer with positive attitude and open mind. That's right. And y'all are going to help me keep it that way and make it even bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? Liz, your last comment reminded me of Noel. So I'm really excited to see where we all are going to take this channel. Not me. It's not just me anymore. It was just me up until I met all of you fine folks. Lots of ideas streaming up here. Oh boy. Can't wait for Mr. Yakov coming up at 5. I love his intros and his opening graphics. Some of that cool orchestral music going, or classical music. Mike understands boundaries. Of course. It's a mutual respect kind of thing. As always. Queersman says, RIP YouTube watcher and enjoyer. Which YouTube watcher and enjoyer? Water finds its level. Everyone will find their tribe. Sweet, sweet Noel. Yeehaw! What a great day for streaming. First Mike, then Yak, and Lantern. Heck yeah, man. It's going to be a heck of a party. Thanks, BPM. I felt so betrayed and embarrassed. I reached out to other streamers and they just yell at me, cuss at me, steal my content, or ignore me. So it's nice to have Mike, Magic Mike. Who the heck is doing that? I'm so sorry to hear that. So I'm glad I can at least maybe make you feel a little bit better. You know, anything I can to do that. So, hopefully I'm a good distraction, you know. We love Mike and Yagov and Lantern. Good old Lantern. Doesn't he have just the greatest laugh? I love it. Almost sounds like, Shaggy. Or no, he sounds like Scooby-Doo, I think, when he laughs. I love it. Just that sweet, innocent, childlike laugh. Which, again, as I say, that's another way of dealing with negative emotions, is at any time, just smile real big and laugh. Or, because it's impossible to feel any negative emotion when you're laughing. So there'll be lots more, you know, anxiety-busting ideas that I use myself that will hopefully be useful to, you know, you folks as well. Valid N4, sorry that happened to you. Thank God for a good guy like Mike. Thank you, I appreciate it. Good guy as in good guys. Good guys toys. Lampy is too good for us, but we don't take him for granted. Heck no. I'll never take any of y'all for granted. Are you kidding me? Oh. Almost 5. 4:26. And we're still going to have 8 of these. So, at least Lantern and Yagov, now you'll know exactly what I'm going to be doing while watching you guys. And I'm so glad to have other friends that also put out lives and content, Because, sometimes every other week, every other month, I run out of ideas or stuff to watch on YouTube otherwise. So thank you guys for now almost kind of fixing that problem, as now it's almost sometimes a matter of what not to watch. So thanks for keeping me entertained while I work. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Lampy's too good for us, but we don't take him for granted. Chad is our little cherub. We cherish him. Tina said there's a get together on Saturday. I didn't hear about that, but I'm going to be busy anyways doing this stuff. But I appreciate the invite. Oh. And breaking news. I'm almost done with that. Or, oh no, I'm not. Okay. Uh, well, once again, thank you for this accidental stream that we're doing today. But in a way, I think turned out for the better. Now that we have 11 people watching and 12 likes, thank you guys very, very much. It's a symbiotic relationship. Some streamers get it. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the support and the understanding and the patience as I go through all this nonsense. Oh, yeah. So hopefully, maybe I can motivate some of y'all to also get in better shape, maybe. Because when you look good, I look good. And when you look good, I feel good that you look good and will be happy that you're happy that you are looking good. Oh, boy. BPM says, wow, ladies, grab him up while you can. Mike's kind hearted and a good provider. I appreciate that. Yeah, if it's one thing I can't stand are men abusers who, use psychological manipulation or put anyone that puts their hands on a woman. That does not sit with me. Or anyone that harms a helpless animal. That just won't do for me either. So all your trolls out there, why don't we save our hate not for people that are successful, but why not go after the people that are actually causing harm in this world? Men who abuse women and force them to do things they don't want them to do, that hurt animals, that actually go out of their way to cause harm and hurt people. Let's go after those people. So maybe if I can't convert a troll, maybe I can convert them and, turn them on to, people that, well, more than deserve the trolling. Those human pieces of garbage out there that are just nasty abusers, narcissists, all that stuff. Maybe we could crush them all together. You know what I'm saying? He has his priorities straight. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's an age thing too. The older I get, the more, wisdom you gain, so to speak. Mike, what kind of advice would you recommend for a very short guy that looks... Is that supposed to be a fat guy? Well, there's a lot of great videos on YouTube on how to, build confidence, how to attract the ladies, how to, like, all that stuff. Like, that's like a whole other rabbit hole. You know what I mean? But I believed in you. So, for every weakness, there's always an advantage to that weakness. So try and think in terms of anything you view as a negative aspect. There's always a positive and a negative, and find those positives and use them to your advantage. Pixel says, you've been crushing it. Wood? Yeah. Pregnant man. Oh yeah, that's me. That's what I'm working on. So one of the steps would obviously get rid of the gut, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm going to be doing streams talking about how I've been losing weight. It's definitely possible. Or, I try to love everybody, but, don't have so much love for any kind of hater, for racists, for people who have problems with people of the LGBTQ community, which is something else I don't understand. People having a problem with is unbelievable. Because, like I said, you could have a straight man and be like, oh, he's straight, he's cool, but terrorizes, is a thug, robs stores, or hits on women, or does a lot of bad stuff a million times more than the gay guy who's like the sweetest, most awesome, coolest person in the world. It's like we're directing the hate towards the wrong things. We need to, like I said, let's hate on the people that are actually going out of their way to physically harm people and do harm in the world. It's like we need to get some of those people out there that don't have their priorities or thinking straight. Bad guy batteries. Hee hee. N4 says, I hope Mike can change the world. We can all change a world through one random act of kindness at a time. And one of my heroes is Mr. Rogers, and I can never be as much of a saint as him, but I could at least, try a little bit. His attitude of, I like you just the way you are, it is a good mantra to have. Yeah, what a loss. One of the most angelic people to ever walk this earth, with no ego about him whatsoever. I'm pretty sure to the day he died, he never considered himself a celebrity or famous. What a great guy. So, I'll do what I can to change it one little video at a time, one little act of kindness at a time, one act of charity at a time. It doesn't have to be big. Anything is better than nothing. You know what I mean? N4 says, we love Mike. We love you too, man. BPM, Dave looks like he's slimming down too. Good for him. Oh, that's right. Dave, doing good work on your weight loss journey too. So hopefully you'll have found a couple of the things that I'm doing to keep in mind and try. But keep doing whatever you're doing, as long as it's working is all that matters. There is no technical right way of doing it. You could take a little bit from this person, take a little bit of advice from that person, a little bit of advice from that person, and not just get all your info from just one source, I'm not going to mention names, but one of the guys in the community has been known to rob Walmart and kicked dogs. That's disgusting. Elizabeth says Mike is going to make this community great again. MCGA. Yeah. Make the community great again. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't great to begin with. I thought it was when I first started coming around. Oh, dang it. I accidentally bent one of the sides on this piece. But no, that's good. So, because I have different sizes, if I mess a piece of paper up, it's not a total loss. I can just cut it down to the next size, cutting off, the damaged part. So I can still use it. Thanks for the blue heart. I feel so positive and happy watching this. Well, I'm going to keep this up and do what I can to put whatever positive vibes into the world. And maybe if I can turn a hater here and there into a lover, that would be great. Why not? Anything is possible. You know, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Life is just so much better being an optimist. Because even though I have my frustrating moments and my bad days and some anger outbursts, I can only imagine as a pessimist, I'd be dead by now through all the stresses of life and frustrations, or I'd be in a home, or I'd be in jail, or whatever. Like, it just does not do good to be a pessimist, obviously. The community will benefit and thrive from the breath of fresh air that Mike is bringing to us. Oh, I thank you. I love you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you all. And y'all are gonna you guys are in the makings of creating an even better version of myself that I didn't even know I could become. So it's just like positive back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Keep bringing on the love. I love it. And maybe I'll call those live streams Magic Mike sermon or something like that, and preach to the masses my hopefully somewhat life transforming messages of hope and peace. BPM, Dave been working at the school helping James and the kids out. How's James been? The community has been in a stressful rough spot with a lot of hate from certain people trying to control it, but you're making it great. We're so happy you're providing the love for us. Thanks for being here and giving me this opportunity. I'm really honored. Again, it helps make up for a, a crappy week, but a great week. Crappy that I accidentally deleted that stream, but I'm about over that by now. So frustrating though. I can't believe I did that. Could have sworn I clicked on the one I wanted to delete, and then that happened. Okay. Dang it. Okay, I've been kind of losing my train of thought of where I. No, 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 never mind. Okay, I'm still on this the second roll. Okay, I'm almost losing track of how many rolls I was in or not was in. Am I still on this? Okay, I'm still on the second roll. Whew, okay. So we're gonna end in about 10 minutes or so. So y'all can get ready to head over and join Mr. Yagoff for another epic live stream. And of course, this will continue behind the scenes and hopefully finish this up sooner than later so I can get back to working on more YouTube editing and idea brainstorming and creation. Got lots of fantastic ideas that's going to be coming your way, as I always say, on this lovely day. Hooray. Oh boy. You guys are great. Another guy that I'm a big fan of that is also responsible for a lot of my positivity and optimism is motivational speaker Tony Robbins, that I'm sure some of y'all here have heard of. I recommend listening to anything he has to say in terms of how to develop more of a positive mindset over negative. So I'd like to be part Tony Robbins in a way in anything that I do, and expressing how I've taken those nuggets of knowledge and used them to my own advantage and tweaked them to my own sensibilities and so forth. BPM says, I'm going to volunteer at the boys' home and offer to be a big brother for a kid in need. Everyone needs a positive, strong male role model. That is awesome. Heck yeah. All right. Well, so weird though how last night it went up to 243 subscribers and then dropped back down to 221, and the 93 likes dropped down to 54 likes. But still, that's still a great, great, great number. At least 54 recorded permanent likes on last night's live. So again, I'm looking at the positive and not, oh, I lost so many likes, that sucks. No, it's great that 54, even 30 likes, even 20 likes would still be incredible. And 21 more gained subscribers. Before Mike, the only real positive, loving people we had in the community is the Bears. They've been great. God bless Dave, Tina, and James. Tony Robbins was great in Shallow Hal. That's one of my favorite movies. And and of course, because I listened to all of his stuff, like that's pretty much him in real life and one way he would use to actually cure something like that. So that wasn't too far fiction, and that makes me appreciate it even more. Like, it's all about, you have a negative thought or whatever, you literally interrupt your pattern and come up with ways of doing that, and re-changing and reassociating the neuroassociation you have a negative feeling with and change it into a positive. So I'll do videos talking about that kind of stuff. And what a great, cute movie. I love that movie. Wow, sorry for the likes and subs dropped. What YouTube screws you sometimes. I know, but again, I'm not upset over it. I'm more happy that that I at least got 54 recorded likes and, about 17 or so more subscribers in just one live stream. That's still pretty good. I'm still happy about that. And thanks for the, where are we at? Thanks for the 8 watching and for the, what I would imagine would be 13 likes, because again, I'm showing just 12 on my end. BPM says, I'm trying to change to keep my heart open and full of love and spread nothing but positivity. Heck yeah, me too. We'll motivate and encourage each other. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think YouTube breaks sometimes. Takes some time to adjust. Yeah. But, little by little, step by step, you can't have success overnight. It takes patience, work, dedication, motivation, and persistence. So I'm not going to let any drops discourage me or make me give up by any stretch of the imagination, of course. Because, like I said, before I started becoming active on YouTube again, when I was stagnant for a while, before meeting any of you, I was only at 153 subscribers that I got on my own. So overall, around 70 subscribers gained in, within a 2 or 3 month period. M4 says 54 is better than, say, 5 or 7. Exactly. Milestones and accomplishments on the mic stream. But at this rate, I don't think it'll be long. Perhaps maybe a week, a couple weeks, a month before we'll get that magic live stream to where we will have 100 permanent likes. Always moving forward. Mm-hmm. I love you guys. All right, I think this is perfect timing. Finishing. Nah, this one's no good. All right. So 2 rolls down. Oh, yeah. Now, also what I like to do is move this bit forward. Is put some of the trash down in the roll that's going to get tossed. Put that in there. And there we go. One more roll down. So I'm going to start making dinner while listening in on my phone to the Yak Off Live. And then once I eat, I can get back on the computer and just chill and do everything like that. So, thank you to all the fans out there for tuning in on this impromptu, what was supposed to be a pack and ship and leave that turned into getting started early on cutting the paper rolls, which again is going to be another day and a half more process. So we're going to watch Yagoff, watch Lantern, and I'm pretty sure I'll still be doing this tomorrow. So as long as no one else is going live, I'm probably going to pick this up for part 2, hopefully on the finishing end of it all. So be sure to go over and subscribe to Yakov Petrovich and watch his super awesome streams for a good time. And of course, Mr. Lantern. Jen says, thanks for the entertainment, Mike. Thanks for being here and allowing me to entertain you. You guys are the best. And of course, everybody subscribe and like to all my good friends, such as Mama Bear, Mr. Dave, Yakov, and for Queers Man, BPM 00000, and all you wonderful, beautiful people. So I really hope you enjoyed the live stream, and if you did, then please subscribe to the channel for more live streams like this one, and leave me some comments. Give the video a thumbs up and share the video. You can also follow me on all of my other social media by clicking on the links in the description box below. Now stay tuned for even more amazing Hollywood Toys videos right after this. And to everyone out there watching, this is Magic Mike reminding you to live for your family and friends, live your best life, and live the movies.